I'm Helen and welcome to my channel. Today's class is a Yoga LIIT class, low impact interval training. 15 rounds of 45 seconds with 20 seconds break in between. You might need a block. If you haven't got a block, then a tin of food or a hardback book. Grab a glass of water as well. Keep plugging away at it. If you find you've lost your breath or your strength, just take a few seconds out and rejoin the video. Don't give up. It's only 15 minutes of exercise altogether. It will help improve your strength, flexibility, mobility, and get your heart rate up for a bit of cardio as well. I'll see you on the mat. So the first movement is downward facing dog to upward facing dog, going through a plank roll, but keeping the toes tucked. So I'll just demonstrate it before I start the timer. So we're starting downward facing dog. Hands are around shoulder width apart, sit bones to the sky, and as you inhale, you're going to rock forward through plank. The chest will come through the gates of the arms, but keep the toes tucked, and then use the core to come back to downward facing dog. So we've got 45 seconds of that, and then I will show you the next move. So starting downward facing dog, inhale, roll through plank, chest comes through, keep the toes tucked, and then use the core back to dog. Inhale forward, slow mindful movements. We're just warming up. This wakes up the hamstrings, the shoulders, the chest, the lower back, the core, everything. Always remembering to breathe. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling back. The next one is chair to aeroplane lunge. So grounding into the right foot, step back, arms come up, lean forward, using the core, and then we come back and we change to the other leg. Chair pose, step back with the left foot, arms come back, lean forward, inhale, come back up. Grounding to the left foot, step back with the right. Lean forward, out of the waist, engage in the core, come back. So really use the core here. Ground into that front foot as well. All four corners of the feet. Keeping that back leg straight and strong. Using the breath. Next is plank pose. Come forward into plank. Hands directly underneath the shoulders. Then the right knee is going to come to the right elbow, down to the wrist, back up, back to plank from the other side. If that's too much, you can do this from hands and knees. So really engage the core here. This is getting into the obliques. Remember, if it's too much, you can do it from the hands and knees. Keeping the shoulders protracted. Equal weight in both hands. The whole of the front body engaged. Come over onto the back. Do a little bit of hamstring work. So lying down, left leg long and straight, right leg to the sky, and then just slowly moving the legs backwards and forwards Grabbing hold of the calf, engaging the core, upper body is slightly off the mat. If this isn't your range of motion, then just do what you can do, but make sure you really ground that lower back into the floor. If it starts to come up, then don't drop the leg as far down. Keep going. And this one will come back over into a downward facing dog. Step forward to a low lunge, open up to a twist, down and back. Change the side. You can manually get your leg there. If you can't do it all in one fell swoop, feel the twist coming from the mid to upper back. Trying to keep the pelvis neutral. Using the core to bring that leg forward. Remembering to breathe. Jiva squats. So come to the front of the mat, hands come down. You can have them on blocks if necessary. One leg is going to come up. You're going to bend 3 times into the opposite knee. This is a Jiva squat. So the knee becomes behind the shin. And then change your legs. So 3 each side. Really lengthening both legs when they're straight. Always remembering to breathe. Ten more seconds. Okay, this one might be a bit tough. Come forward to plank, right knee to right elbow, press up and back, swap sides. That's too much. You can just do knee to elbow. Engage the whole of the front body, shoulders are plugged into the sockets. Slow and steady. Focus on form and not quantity. This is warrior 3 to standing staff. So ground down into one foot, leg comes back, warrior 3, and sweep through standing staff. We'll do half on one leg and then half on the other. So this is great for the core. Keep the hips neutral. And swing through the hip joint. And then change the other sides. Really ground down into that foot. Remembering to breathe. When you come forward, engage the whole of that back body. This is side plank. So start in plank, roll over onto one side, hand underneath the shoulder, top arm comes up, curl under, back up, other side. So really using the side waist here. Make sure that hand is under the shoulder's deep in the socket. So the arm bone is plugged in. That gives you a lot of stability in the joint. Just rolling over the toes. Feet are staggered. They can be stacked, but because we're on like a time deadline, it's quite difficult to do that and keep up the pace. This one, Superman, so we'll come down onto the front. Arms are in front, and on an inhale, we'll lift the legs up, zipping them together, elbows to the back. So really ground the pubic bone here, engage the core, inhale as you lift up, exhale down. Using the strength of the back to lift the upper body up. Remembering to breathe. Don't worry about how high you come. Just keep going. 5 more seconds. Okay, this is a move from Kundalini Yoga, frog pose. Come onto the toes of the heels together. Fingers are here. As you inhale, the seat comes up. As you exhale, lift the head. Inhale up, exhale down. So when you do this, bring your mind to your glutes and the hamstrings. That's where you want the movement coming from. Otherwise you'll burn out your quads. Inhale up, exhale down. If the floor is too far away, you can do this with your hands on a block. You can always bring the floor closer to you using these props. 5 more seconds. And this one, we'll start in chair pose. Step back to a lunge, arms come out to a T, and then twist to face the bent leg, back to chair. And then we'll change to the other side. So ground into that front foot, arms to a T, rotate, forward, back. Opposite leg, out to a T, rotate, forward, back. Really hug into the midline here. Try and keep that back leg straight and strong. 10 more seconds. Okay, these are just rolling like a ball, feet cross, come up to standing, we go back, and then cross the legs the other way, and come up. If you need to use your hands to get up, then feel free. If you've got tight hips, this can be quite difficult to stand up. Don't forget to change the cross of your legs. Use the core. Oh. Last one. Okay, arm walking to the starting plank. Right elbow, left elbow, right hand, left hand, then reverse it the other way. So right, left, right, left. Then left arm, right arm, left hand, right hand. And just keep repeating this. Keep that front body engaged. Keep the legs engaged. We've only got one more exercise after this. 10 more seconds. Next one is half moon, so you might need the blocks here. Starting a forward fold. All the weight goes into one foot. Then open up to the side. And down. And then the other side. So we're opening the hips out to the side. Legs are straight and strong. Shoulder is stacked. You can do this as well with your hands on the floor, depending on the flexibility in your legs. Really use the core here to stabilize. You can use your root lock as well, your Mula Bandha. 5 more seconds. And we're done. So just bring the legs wide, come into a forward fold. Just reconnect with the breath. Maybe gently swaying the hips from side to side. And then bring the hands to the hips. Come back up to standing and just stretch out the shoulders. So bring the right arm across, using the left hand to stretch it across the front of the body. I'm really sweating. And then lift this elbow up. We'll get into the tricep. And the other side. So if you didn't manage to get all the way through that, you can just keep trying. Do it a couple of times a week and you'll really see your strength and your flexibility improve. It gets your heart rate up. Also helps if you do it a couple of times, you get to know the exercises. Then interlace the fingers behind the back. Nice chest expansion. Maybe just gently move the neck from side to side. And then bring forward and stretch out the upper back. And give yourself a round of applause. So that one was a little bit harder than the last one that I filmed. I hope you like it, and leave a comment below. Please subscribe if you like the videos on my channel. This sort of video is great if you work on shifts and you want to slot in some exercise into your day, but you've only got 20 minutes. This is perfect for that because it gets everything going and it'll set you up for the day. Hope to see you again soon. Take care. Thank you.